Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to your September monthly tarot reading. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you're returning, thank you so much for joining us again and for your continued support. If you enjoy these readings, why not take a quick second right now and hit that subscribe button? It's completely free, and you'll never miss out on the spiritual guidance and messages the universe has waiting for you. September feels like a month of powerful turning points, where releasing old fears, trusting your inner wisdom, and stepping into a new chapter with greater confidence and clarity can lead to unexpected and incredible breakthroughs. The energy surrounding this month reminds us that growth often begins the moment we stop resisting change and start trusting the journey unfolding before us. Stick around, friends, and let's see what the cards have in store for you. Well, hello there, Cancer. This is your September monthly tarot reading, and please remember to take only what resonates. I have already asked for blessings for this reading, so let's get the cards out and we'll connect to the energies. Okay, Cancer, let's see what you got. Your main messages: Queen of Wands, Seven of Swords, Page of Wands, Tower. The bottom of the deck is this King of Cups. Let's see what else you have here. You have 4 major arcana in the clarifiers, 2 and 2 here. Interesting cards here on the table. We're going to start with that King of Cups as your theme of the month. I love this for you because I love that the King of Cups speaks to the energy of wisdom. And not just intellectual wisdom, but emotional wisdom. The King of Cups is a very mature energy of emotional wisdom and a bit of quiet strength. I mean, this image is quite clear when it comes to strength. This is a card of protection, right? This figure is holding a ship, protecting a ship within the skirt of or in the bottom of her dress, right? This is an energy of saying when the times are tough and rough, your emotional wisdom will come to your rescue, all right? And this is what your month is about. Your month is about you having the strength and the emotional wisdom and the emotional balance, I want to say, between the head and the heart, which is important because you're going to need them both to learn to be able to respond or react to something that could come your way that is maybe, maybe something maybe that was unexpected, but maybe more of something of just being able to trust yourself, trust your intuition while remaining calm through the changing circumstances. Okay. There is some changing circumstances for you. We cannot, disregard the fact that you have the tower here in your main messages. So you are experiencing some changing times. Sometimes those changes are rough, like these waters. Sometimes they're not that rough. We just make them rough in our head because we blow things out of proportion, or we, start the overthinking, the overanalysis, paralysis, what have you, or we, take too many steps and we're not thinking things through. So you have this month about balancing all of that out. What is in your head, what your heart is. So you're getting the emotional, but also the intellectual wisdom here, and being very protected of yourself. Okay. Protecting yourself to say, okay, that's happening. Or, okay, this is the state I'm in. Okay, let me accept what and where I am in life, and how do I move forward. Okay, but doing it in a nice, calm, mature, quiet way, really being able to react, but not reacting like a crazy person, right? Reacting calm, remaining calm about the changing circumstances that are coming your way. So this month is really about controlling everything around you for some of you. Okay, for some of you, it's about mastering your emotions. Okay, so that you can navigate whatever life is going to present. And if it presents something, you can navigate it with confidence, you can navigate it with grace, you can also navigate it with, oh my God, freakouts. But that is not what I see here because of the fact that you have the King of Cups. So you'll be saying to yourself, all right, let's deal with it. Let's deal with this intellectually, let's deal with this emotionally, but in a rational manner. Okay. I also feel for some of you, your intuition is quite heightened. So you're being encouraged to sort of combine your feelings with your logic, okay, before you make any steps, before you make any important decisions. Now, the month begins with this Queen of Wands and clarified by this Ace of Swords and the World card. So the month does begin with confidence and fresh inspiration. Okay. In fact, I feel like your energy is going through the roof for some of you. Okay. Now, I don't know what that means. Everybody's situation is different. Take it how it resonates. All I can tell you is I feel the energy like it's like soaring through the roof. It's breaking through the roof of something. Okay. And so I feel like you're pretty much ready to tackle about just about anything that comes your way. And if you're doing it in a nice rational manner, then that tower that's coming is not going to, explode, but explode in a way that is controllable. Okay. And I want to make note of that when we get to the tower card because of the imagery. That tower is exploding, but somebody's hanging on to that tower and almost keeping the foundations steady. Okay. So yes, maybe an unexpected change is happening, or some kind of breakthrough could be happening for you at the end of this month. But I feel like that change is something you're capable of controlling it to the point of being able to say, I've got command of this, and I've got command of my emotions and my thoughts as this occurs. Okay. Now, um, okay, so let's get back to your first week here. Um, yeah, I feel like you can tackle pretty much anything, right? The Queen of Wands is a very magnetic energy. It's an energy of being courageous and determined, right? So she steps into the spotlight. And when she steps into the spotlight, she does it unapologetically. Okay, I am who I am. I am proud of who I am. I am proud of what I'm capable of. Okay, And I feel like many of you out there are finally recognizing your own value. All right. So that's a wonderful energy to have with that Queen of Wands. Now it's clarified by the Ace of Swords, which is a bonus because it brings truth, it brings clarity. And the World card says there's success at hand, completion of an important cycle, right? So something finally clicks this week for some of you, okay? And that's in this very first week of the month. So you could be receiving some good news, some of you, and finishing a project or gaining some clarity on something about a, I don't know whether it's a relationship, a career situation, or what have you, something that was lingering. I feel like you finally get the clarity. You finally are ready to take command. You're finally prepared to close out the cycle. You're finally ready to begin a new journey. And you're doing it unapologetically, shining beautifully for the value that you finally recognize in yourself. Okay? So, this feels like, in a way, that something new is opening up for you. So, yes, that tower could be an unexpected something, but it could be an unexpected breakthrough. And so, because of that, I feel like it might, for some of you, be a shock. But I also feel that whatever the shock is, it's a shock that sets you free. This is why we get the tower. Change is required. It's not just required. It's very much needed. And sometimes we don't want to change. The universe forces that change toward us so that we can do something for the better. And as a result, on the other side of the change. Okay? Getting into your second week, you have the Seven of Swords. It's clarified by another seven, the Seven of Cups, but you also have the Sun card, which is beautiful. So things become very interesting in the second week, right? You're thinking more strategically. Maybe you're being a little bit more cautious, but you're keeping your plans private. I feel like you're keeping your plans, you're close to your chest, like that image holding the eggs close to the chest. You're not necessarily, telling anybody what you're doing, which is an okay thing. To keep it private until you're ready to divulge what's going on, okay? You have that other seven, which means that you're trying to make some progress here through options, looking at your options. You're saying, okay, let me at least start to understand what my options might be, and what's standing right in front of you. Okay. And of course, sometimes we can have too many options. That makes it a little bit harder and difficult to understand what the plans will be or what the strategy might be to attack this, whatever change that's occurring, okay, because of that tower. And of course, you have the Sun, though. And the Sun is the one, this is like one of the most positive cards in the whole tarot deck, okay? So I feel like some of you could get some important news, but this announcement it could be from like a loved one, all right? And it could lead to some kind of celebration. But for others of you, this is a clarity, seeing the sunlight, sort of focusing in on what your options are and which options are going to be the best options for you, okay? Then you have the Page of Wands. It's clarified by the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So now there's a whole bunch of action that's here, that's ready to happen, right? Page of Wands wants to get out there, explore. The Page of Wands wants to get out of its comfort zone. The Page of Wands wants to see things and explore things and understand how they might do things differently, okay? Now, Page of Swords also comes with a lot of excitement, right? A lot of new ideas, a lot of fresh opportunities, okay? And for some of you, it's going to be related to the Eight of Pentacles, which might be something like your career, very grounded energy, some kind of goals, very grounded goals that you have, some grounded objectives, something in the material world, maybe your career, maybe your finances, maybe your own personal energy. I feel like there's a lot of focus and you're willing to explore some type of work, some type of projects, some type of business, some type of, side business for some of you. All right. So I feel like you're working toward a goal, and you are, perhaps for some of you, maybe taking the benefit of exploring some new learning, right? That will be helpful or beneficial to you in the future. But you're ready to go with some speed here, that is for sure, because the Knight of Swords says, I'm ready. Let me get on this horse. Let me ride at breakneck speed. I am determined, right? Now, you could get some news here, all right, that, arrives suddenly for some of you. Conversations that could just be come out of the blue, happen very quickly, and an opportunity appears as a result of, that quick conversation. I feel like there's a little bit of, um, you know, little warning. Let's call it that way. There's little warning in that, sort of. Oh, hi. Why are you talking to me? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, right. Let's do it. And then giving almost no thought to that, but that's okay, because it's sort of meant to happen in that way. Okay. Don't hesitate. Okay. If that is happening for you in this week, do not hesitate long. Okay. Jump on whatever you're meant to jump on. Okay. The universe wants you to act, but act when the inspiration strikes you. Okay. Then we get into the Tower. It's clarified by Temperance and the Moon. So you're closing with this perhaps unexpected breakthrough, this unexpected, maybe a bit more for some of you, it's more of a surprise. For some of you, it's definitely a major change here. I feel like for some of you, it could be a potential career change. Don't let the fact that you have the Tower there intimidate you, whatever this change, this surprise is, okay? Remembering that it removes what no longer belongs. It removes something and puts something stronger in its place. Okay, so whatever this is, this change, it feels like it impacts you, and it has some long lasting impact for the better. Okay, the Temperance card here sort of softens that energy. Okay, softens the surprise, softens the unexpected breakthrough. Okay, if it feels shocking to you, okay, because remember I said it feels like maybe a bit of a shock, but it's also setting you free, and the Temperance card is what softens that energy. Okay, so that healing can follow the disruption, so that you can say, okay, let me be strategic, let me look at my options, let me get going here, feeling still positive, okay, about it. And I feel like, yeah, you will have some hidden emotions about this with the Moon card. Okay, subconsciously you might have something that you're going to push down, right? Maybe some little bit of fear, I want to say, or a little bit of, some subconscious things that are going to try to rise to the surface. You might try to force them back down. Okay, but I feel like it's and this is where it's going to be good that you can keep your head and your heart in the same place, and that you're going to be rational, because you might have those things arise for you. Those emotions will start to form. Okay. But I feel also a really important message here, Cancer. I feel like this is incredibly transformative for you. Okay. It's almost like something you've been avoiding, and it can no longer stay hidden. It can no longer be avoided, but it's time to face it, because it becomes the key to your freedom. All right. So the end of the month, by the end of the month, you're much wiser, you're much stronger, you're more emotionally balanced, right? And, the King of Cups reminds you that your true power isn't found in controlling everything, right? Or controlling your circumstances. It's found in mastering yourself. All right, my friends, let's get you an oracle card. Additional message, please, for Cancer for September. What message would you like to give Cancer? What additional message would you like to give Cancer, please? Okay, you have number 20. It's Rock. This card's about endurance, okay? And being able to, push through this. And I do feel you have, the endurance. I think it's a very appropriate message to this reading. I'll read to you from the book. It says, look for the groundedness in a chaotic situation. Be patient. Slow and steady is the way to success. The obstacle is sometimes the way through. Do not be discouraged by slow progression as long as progression is being made. That is a very appropriate message to this reading, and the breakthroughs, the shock, the setting yourself free that may occur for you in the month of September. All right, Cancer, that's where I'm going to wrap it up for today. That's a wrap, as they say. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you soon. Until then, I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.